ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. There is a portion of the biblical reading that is done weekly in the synagogue or at home that is called Balak. What is this Balak? Balak was actually a king, the king of Midian. He was afraid of the Jewish people after they left Egypt. He saw how in battle they were ferocious. They were victorious at all times, and he was afraid that he'll have to face them in battle and he'll be destroyed. So he thought to himself, where is the secret of their potential? How come they're always victorious? And he decided, you know what? Actually, it's a spiritual victory. These people are very strong spiritually. So therefore, I have to see what I can do against them. Well, there was a man by the name of Bilam. Balaam in English, I think. Bilam in Hebrew. He was a prophet also. Our rabbis say that he was a prophet because in case the peoples of the world who are not Jewish will say, the Jewish people had a Moses. We didn't have any prophet. Had we had a prophet like that, we also would have behaved in the same way. God gave them this man, Bilam. So Balak, the king of Midian, sent emissaries to Bilam, asking him to curse the Jewish people. Well, he said, listen, I can only do what God tells me to do. I won't be able to do any such thing because God doesn't want them cursed. Balak sent a second mission, and he said, you know what? Wait here at night. Let's see what God will tell me. Well, this time, he exceeded. He is going with the people the following day. Why was we so afraid that this Bilam is going to curse the Jewish people? Do you mean to say that a person can, with words, do harm to you? That his curse will have some kind of effect? Well, I remember, at least in Venezuela, we all spoke about it, when the late president Hugo Chavez one day said, damn you, state of Israel, damn you, state of Israel. He repeated it twice. It comes from the insides of my being. Well, some people said, you know, the Bible says that God says to Abraham, those whom you bless will be blessed, and those that curse you will be cursed. And maybe that was the beginning of his physical downfall, and he eventually died because he did that. Well, our rabbis are actually divided. There is an opinion that words actually are very important. How did God create the world? God said, let there be light. And when God created man, he gave them the ability to speak. This is the extra spirit that God gave through the nostrils of man. You know, the ability to speak, that is creative. So that is very potent. You know, you can actually destroy. Some of the rabbis say, no. Listen, Bilam had no power to curse the Jewish people. Only God can really bless you. Only God can really curse you. So why did we care so much about what Bilam did? Well, it's not because he can do something. It's because many people think he can do something. And maybe he himself thinks that it's effective. And then he will do things to make sure that what he cursed should really happen. In Spanish in Venezuela, they say they don't believe in witches, but that they circle all over the place, there's no doubt about that. In other words, it doesn't have to be real if you are under the impression that a curse is upon you. You may act it out even though it is not true. And then we also know that with words you can destroy the character of a person. You can build up the confidence of a person. Words are very powerful. Even if a curse will not take place, the fact that you have a certain opinion about somebody, you stimulate him with words, you can certainly give him courage, and at the same time you can do the opposite. You can destroy a person with words. So we have to be very careful with our use of language. Maybe this is what that portion of the Torah is telling us, that language is very powerful. Make sure that you use it in a constructive way and not in a destructive way.